Hey guys, welcome to another new thrifting haul, although technically only one of these is from a thrift store. The rest I bought brand new, which I know. If you've been watching my channel for the last year, you know that I don't really like to buy or spend. New movies are expensive. I just don't usually have a lot of money for that, so that's why I usually try to find my movies used. But I'm calling this thrifting haul kind of a fun money. So I recently did a speaking engagement and I got an honorarium and I got some extra money, which I normally wouldn't have. And so I decided to pick up some movies that have been on my wish want list for a while, but I wasn't willing to pay full price for them. So that said, only one of these I found at a thrift store. So the first one up I got was, I know, Halloween Ends. Not the greatest of films. I did pay full price for this, which is not good, but I'm feeling like a bit of a completionist right now as far as justifying why I picked up this movie. So I've seen this movie once. I thought it was okay. Like, people were really hating on this movie when it came out. I didn't, I mean, there are so many bad movies in this film series. I don't know how anybody could objectively criticize this over one of the other ones. Like, a lot of them are stinkers. A lot of them are okay, and a lot of them are great. And I would say of the new trilogy, the David Gordon Green trilogy, I would say the first one, 2018's just called Halloween, was quite excellent. I really like that one. Halloween Kills, it was okay. And then when this one came out, it was just kind of like stupefying. It was like, what are you doing? This was kind of, I feel like they were trying to build this as like Michael Myers' ending, and it was going to be this intense showdown. And I won't spoil it for you if you haven't seen it, because I know this only came out last fall, but suffice to say it was a little bit of a letdown. And this movie actually focuses on somebody completely different. So that was a little weird. I think as Halloween fans, we weren't kind of expecting that. So, but that said, I picked this up because I am feeling a bit of the completionist bug, and I just wanted to have this in my collection. Maybe I'll have a David Gordon Green trilogy rewatch party someday down the road. But anyway, I picked this one up. So it's nothing fancy. The cover work is embossed, which you can see there, kind of. It's quite cool. Probably one of the best parts of this edition. The cover art is the same as the slipcover. This does have the deleted and extended scenes. The version that I watched was actually from a friend who got it pirated, so I don't know if that was the like an extended version or if it had like extended scenes or anything in it. I don't know if these extended scenes are actually worked into the version, so hopefully you can watch it with the extra scenes in it. But anyway, Halloween Ends. Not a great film, but I'm calling this a background movie. Do you guys out there have a background movie? Something that you just put on in the background when you're doing stuff like drawing or knitting or fill in the blank hobby. I feel like this would be a good one to put on the background while I'm drawing, because that's kind of what I feel like it is. But look at that. That is a cool. Actually, the cover's really cool. I'm actually really digging that. But yeah, Halloween Ends. I don't know why they call it the collector's edition either. It really doesn't have much on it. The next movie I got up is a movie I had never seen before, but had heard about. Heard it was okay, not incredible, but kind of cool. And that was the movie Dead Silence. This was directed by James Wanell, who also did The Conjuring, Insidious, Malignant, Aquaman, Saw, a whole bunch of movies. This was one of his early ones, if not maybe one of his earliest ones. This is, it's about ventriloquist dummies. That's the, instead of like Chucky or Annabelle, it's Billy, the ventriloquist dummy. I will say when I was watching this, now I talk to a lot of people about horror movies a lot of the time, and we're talking about, clowns like in It. Clowns don't scare me. Annabelle, dolls, Chucky, they don't really scare me. When I was watching this, though, I did think to myself, you know what? Ventriloquist dummies are actually pretty creepy. And this movie was pretty cool. Again, not groundbreaking, but it was enjoyable. I'm glad I picked it up. I'll probably do a review of this in the coming weeks. This has a screenplay by Lee Winnell, story by James Wan and Lee Winnell. Not terrible, but I will do a review on this down the road. But I got this pretty cheap. I think it was like $5 or $6. So would have preferred to find it for $1, but you know, hey, what can you do? The next one up these were all purchased with my fun money, my extra money on top of my regular pay. So I picked up for full price as well, Evil Dead Rise. I saw this in the theater. I did mention this on, what was I doing? I was reviewing maybe 2013 Evil Dead. And I did say briefly that I went to see this in the movie theater. And I didn't have a good experience because there was a person a couple rows back from me who laughed through the whole thing. And it was really, really distracting, and it really kind of ruined the whole experience for me because I was really hyped to go see this. I went to see this with my son. We were both pretty psyched to see this. And my son really liked it. I liked it okay, but again, I think that the continual laughing through it just ruined it for me because he was laughing. This person was laughing at parts that obviously weren't intended to be funny. So I was thinking about it when I got home and I was looking at this box and I thought, I wonder if that person maybe, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but maybe they had that laughing thing like, like the Joker had in that movie. Where it's like a disorder where they can't stop laughing. I thought, well, maybe that's what this person has. So if that's the case, I'm sorry. But if you were just being a jerk and laughing through the whole thing, then you suck because you really ruined this movie for me. But I'm hoping on a rewatch that I'm going to like this movie. Again, nothing fancy about the inside artwork is the exact same as the slipcover. I've heard a few people complain about this Warner Brothers 100th celebrating every story anniversary that's being put on all of the products, which is kind of annoying. It's kind of ugly, but yeah, so I'll probably do a review of this as well because I definitely want to rewatch this in the coming weeks and see if I like it any better this time around. But yeah, I didn't hate this movie in the theater, but again, just my experience was kind of a bummer. But yeah, I'm curious to see this. I don't think I liked it as much as the 2013 Evil Dead, but again, I will rewatch this and do a full review of it. This past Tuesday, I did review Reanimator. This is another one I got with my fun money. I think my mom would call that pin money, which I think is it's like just a small amount of money that you keep in your pocket for kind of things. Yeah, this was expensive, but it was on sale surprisingly. So this retails for $42. So it's an Arrow release, which is one of these boutique labels. I'm not one of those boutique people. Like on a lot of people on YouTube are really into these. If I could afford them, I would probably love them, but I really can't afford them very often. So, but again, I wanted to treat myself. I had some extra money, so I did grab this. So, really awesome movie. If you like cult movies, horror movies, 80s horror cult movies, if you like Jeffrey Combs, if you like H.P. Lovecraft stories, if you like extreme gore, over-the-top gore, dead cats, decapitated bodies, this is your movie. But yeah, this is a really nice edition. I showed this off in my review, but this is the Arrow edition. Arrow does they commission special artwork for their editions. That's the commissioned artwork, which is the artwork that comes when you buy it, but it is reversible, so you can have this old school Jeffrey Combs cover, which I prefer, but not to say that I don't like the inside cover art, because I do, but yeah, pretty cool edition. The special features on here are amazing. There's a documentary on here that's over an hour long about Reanimator with Stuart Gordon and Jeffrey Combs and a whole bunch of other people on here. Really, really excellent documentary. I love a really well done documentary, and this one has it. The documentary is actually, I think, as I mentioned in my review, ported over from a previous Anchor Bay edition, but really, really solid release. Happy to add this to my collection, and that was one that was kind of on my wish list, and I was waiting until I had some kind of extra money, whether that's like a tax credit or, in this case, an honorarium. And then the last one I picked up at a thrift store, which is an upgrade for me from VHS, and that is Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, which I actually did mention this one in a video a couple weeks ago. I've had this for a couple of weeks, but this was an upgrade for me. I'm pretty happy to upgrade. I have this on VHS, but the VHS copy I have, the audio is really muddled. I think it was an ex-rental, so really happy to add this to my collection. For those of you in Canada, in French, it's Les Oiseaux. You may remember that from learning that in school, as I did when I lived in Montreal as a kid. I was actually pretty fluent in French when I was a kid. I've since lost most of it, but I still know a few words here and there. But yeah, this is a great movie. If you've never seen this, Hitchcock classic, right up there with Vertigo and Psycho and Rear Window. Excellent film. Very, very creepy, actually, for its time. This was from 1963, so 3 years after Psycho he made this. And I guess he was on a roll back then, because he was making some pretty cool, scary, classic horror thrillers. This movie is only rated PG, so you could watch this with the older kids, but pretty creepy for its time. Like I said, this stars Rod Taylor, Jessica Tandy, Suzanne Pleshette, and introducing Tippi Hedren. This is based on Daphne du Maurier's classic suspense story. Did not know that. So, yeah, I'll probably rewatch this in the coming weeks or months. Love that movie, The Birds. Like I said, if you've never seen it, definitely a must-watch for any Hitchcock fan. So that's what I got. Not a bad little haul. Like I said, lately the thrift stores have been really lame. I haven't found anything at all. The closest thing I came to in the last 2 weeks was a DVD of Great Balls of Fire, which I didn't buy for some reason. I don't know. I just felt maybe I'd find it cheaper than $5 somewhere down the line. I like that movie, but, not an all-time favorite. But I'm trying to be, again, as I've said in previous videos, a little more selective. So just trying to be a little more picky. So The Birds, Reanimator, Evil Dead Rise, Dead Silence, and Halloween Ends. So let me know your thoughts on these films. Have you seen any of these? I'm sure some of you have probably seen The Birds and Reanimator, because they're kind of classics. But yeah, I was pretty happy with this haul. I mean, I've had to build this. Now these ones here, like I said, I got with some extra fun money, and then I found this at a thrift store a couple weeks ago, so I saved it until I had enough stuff to show you. So hopefully the thrift stores will start to pick up again. I don't know why they've been so lame recently, but just haven't found much. And sometimes I do find some stuff, but it's like scratched all to hell, or the tapes are moldy or whatever. So I gotta be a little picky and gotta be a little more careful too. So anyway, that was my thrifting haul for today. Like I said, if you've seen any of those movies or any of those are your favorites, let me know. Let me know your thoughts on Halloween Ends and Evil Dead Rise. I know those are kind of contentious horror movies over the last year for horror fans, as these franchises continue to spin out of control and the quality continues to go down. But I will be picking up Scream 6 in a couple weeks from now. That comes out on Blu-ray. Again, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe at some point I'll stop myself and say, just give it up. But for now, I'm enjoying the ride and rewatching these movies to see if maybe they get any better. I will say, just quickly, I have watched a lot of streaming movies lately. I don't talk much about movies that I've streamed, But I did watch the new Hellraiser from last year, and I don't know why that one got so much hate. I thought it was really good. Now that I don't think is on any physical media, so unfortunately, probably won't be getting that one. But I thought that was good. I would highly recommend that one. And then yesterday I watched Infinity Pool, which is, I forget which director made that one. You can leave the comments below. Infinity Pool, it was quite good, quite a weird premise. Oh, it was Brandon Cronenberg made that one, who did Possessor. Yeah, I would recommend Infinity Pool. Now that does have a physical media release, but I don't know if that's one I would pull the trigger on as far as full price goes. I might actually wait till Black Friday to see if I can get that one cheap, but or find it used someday down the road. But it was quite a good movie. The premise was really creepy, the story, and the acting was really good too. So yeah, so those are a couple movies I watched on streaming. Let me know what you've watched recently on streaming. Anything I should check out? Oh, and what was the other one I watched? Well, I was gonna watch the new Jurassic Park, and I got like 10 or 12 minutes into it, and I said to myself, this movie's gonna suck. And sorry to all you Jurassic World fans out there, but I just had this sinking feeling like this is over 2 hours long. This is gonna suck. And why am I wasting my Friday night watching this one? The movie I ended up watching, which I'm really happy I did, was a film called Nobody, which was written by the same person that wrote the John Wick films. And if you get a chance to see Nobody, really, really good. That is one I will definitely grab when I find a used copy. I did actually see a used copy of that about a month ago, and I hadn't seen it, so I didn't know if it was good or bad, and I passed on it. And now I kind of regret that, but yeah, so if you get a chance to see that one, I would highly recommend that. So Nobody, Infinity Pool, and Hellraiser, all thumbs up from me. That's just a very general review. Maybe if I ever get any of those on physical media, I'll do an official review of them. But yeah, kind of cool. I don't watch a lot of streaming movies. Just recently, I watched a couple that I've mentioned. But let me know what you're watching in the comments. If you've picked up any recent movies out thrifting or out at the department store or anything, let me know what you've picked up recently. There's been a few recently, like John Wick 4 I haven't seen or really have much interest in. Maybe when that goes to streaming I would watch it, but oftentimes there's Blu-rays that I see and I think, oh, I'd really like to see that, but I don't want to pay full price for it, so I'm a cheapskate. What can I say? But anyway, that was my thrifting haul for today. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, consider subscribing. You can follow me over on Instagram at Night Owl Video. And coming really soon, potentially this weekend, I'm going to be doing my top summer movies. My favorite movies that I like to watch in the summer. So be on the lookout for that coming soon. And of course, next week I will have more reviews for you. I am thinking about reviewing the movie The Hidden, which is one that I recently watched and instantly fell in love with. So that one's coming soon. And who knows? I may review one of these newer ones for Fright Friday next week. But stay tuned, and I will let you know when I know. So until then, take good care of yourselves. I will see you at the video store or at the thrift store or just out and about somewhere. But until then, take really good care of yourselves. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Bye.